It was Tuesday, 9th October 2012, a beautiful day in Pakistan, and spring brought with it much needed coolness. The day began as it usually did, with the hustle and bustle of the household. But as the day progressed, anxious whispers started circulating. Televisions were being hurriedly switched on. All news channels were focused on a single report. Toastmaster of the evening, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
It had become a day of reckoning, to be forever marked in the history of the world. Malala Yousafzai, the 15-year-old advocate of children's education, had been shot by the Taliban. The news shook me to the core. In fact, it shocked and appalled the whole world. Why? The word echoed over and over, as though shouted in a valley of mountains. How could the Taliban do this? People asked. Very easily, I replied. All one needs is a gun and a dead conscience. Malala Yousafzai had become a threat to the Taliban, not because she owned an unlimited arsenal to defeat their enemy, but because her pen had become mightier than the sword. In 2007, the Taliban seized the district of Swat in the northwest region of Pakistan, also the homeland of Malala Yousafzai. They discouraged female education. Numerous schools were destroyed, especially girls' schools. In this time of conflict, BBC Urdu decided to launch a blog by a schoolgirl from Swat describing life under the rule of the Taliban. This was easier said than done. No one was willing to put their daughters at such risk. Finally, when Dean Yousafzai was contacted, he suggested his own daughter, Malala. At that time, Malala was only 11 years old, but encouraged by her father, she took up the challenge and the risk to her life. On 3rd January 2009, Malala's first entry was posted on BBC Urdu blog. She wrote under the pseudonym Kul Matai as a protection from possible threats. Around the same time, a ban was imposed on girls' education and Malala's school was closed down. Malala and her father were approached by the New York Times to do a documentary on Swat under the Taliban rule. The release of the documentary brought Malala into social media life. She gave various interviews on television. By mid of 2009, the Pakistan Army had regained control of the district of Swat. Life slowly returned to normal. Malala Yousafzai's identity was unveiled as a BBC blogger. She began publicly advocating female education. In October 2011, Malala was nominated for the International Peace Prize. Same year, she was also awarded Pakistan's first National Youth Peace Prize. Malala's popularity was growing by leaps and bounds, but the threats from Taliban were also increasing. Such defiance from a chit of a girl did not sit well with them. Her life had to end. The day chosen was none other than 9th October 2012. On that fateful day, Malala walked from school on a white Toyota van. It had 3 parallel benches, one along either side and one in the middle. It was open in the back and crammed with 20 students and 3 teachers. As the van went along the way, it was stopped by a young man on the road. As he diverted the driver's attention, another young man came around to the back of the van and climbed in. He asked, "Who is Malala?" As several heads turned her way, he took out a gun and fired 3 shots. The first bullet went into the left eye socket, traveled under her skin to the length of her face, and embedded itself into her left shoulder. She slumped, and the remaining 2 bullets missed her, injuring another 2 girls. In a critical state, Malala was taken to the Peshawar hospital and then later to UK for further medical treatment. Malala not only survived the horrific attack, she has been fighting back since then. She has set up a non-profit organization called Malala Fund. Through this fund, she has set up organizations in Nigeria, Kenya, Jordan, and Pakistan. As Malala says in her book, I thank God I have been given this platform to campaign for. It is now my life's work, my mission, and my dream. In 2013, Malala was in the Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people in the world. That same year, she was awarded the Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought, all at the age of 16. That same year, Malala spoke to the United Nations headquarters, where she called for access for worldwide education to all children. She finished her speech by saying, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Malala was a co-recipient of the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize for her struggle against the oppression of children and the right of all children to education. At 17, she is the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. If an 11-year-old girl can fight oppressors and claim her right to education, how can we not do the same? Education is a right of every child, every human being. After Malala's incident, her mother, who was totally illiterate, started going to school. If at this age she has found the freedom to look for education, then we must make the path clear for others to do so. Having read Malala's story, I am both ashamed and inspired. Ashamed because I took my education for granted, never even thinking of those who had been deprived of it. And I am inspired that if a young girl from a relatively remote area can reach out to the whole world, then you and I, with our resources, can do no less. Brigham Young said, you educate a man, you educate a man. You educate a woman, you educate a generation. The oppressors know this well. For this reason, they try to curtail female education wherever possible. It is not just the Taliban in Pakistan and Afghanistan. It is also the Boko Haram in Africa and the Daesh in the Middle East. We can only win this war by education, by a clear distinction of right from wrong. Only then can we save our future generations. Only then can we educate our future generations.